Students and my dear friends and my dear subscribers, this is K. Santosh Kumar, PGT Zoology, Srikakulam, Andhra Pradesh. Last day we learned the more important classes. Today we coming to that another one of the most important topic about MSET Zoology. Okay, Animal Kingdom, Kingdom Animalia is one of the biggest kingdom in the animalia. So the animal kingdom has most important. So kingdom Animalia contains the important characters. Okay, they are the eukaryotic, multicellular, and heterotrophs. They have a eukaryotic. We know that the particular cells have contains the distinct nucleus, that is called eukaryotic. Multicellular, the group of the cells, that is called multicellular. Heterotrophs, they depend on the food material for the other organisms. They depend on the for food material on the other organisms called heterotrophs. Eukaryotic, multicellular, and heterotrophs. These are important characters shown by the animalia, and they have a specific body plan. They have a specific body plan. Then coming to that another point, they don't possess cell wall like a plant. Okay, the animals have not a cell wall. Okay, and they have not show that photosynthetic pigments. Okay, the Animalia kingdom have not possess cell wall and photosynthetic pigments. Okay, and we have to see that tissues formation is a commonly find in the Animalia kingdom. Tissues formation. Okay, కణజాలాలు అనేటువంటివి ఏర్పడడం సాధారణంగా ఈ యానిమేలియా వర్గంలో చూడొచ్చు, ఎక్సెప్ట్ స్పాంజెస్, ఒక స్పాంజెస్లో తప్ప. ఓకే, ద స్పాంజెస్ బిలాంగ్ టు ద పారాజోవా. ఓకే, పారాజోవా ఫైలం Porifera. Okay, then coming to that another important character, higher animals show that elaborate sensory and neuromotor mechanisms. Okay, అనిమేలియాలో ముఖ్యంగా హైయర్ యానిమల్స్ అనేవి ఉన్నత వర్గానికి చెందినటువంటి జంతువులు అనేవి దేన్ని చూపిస్తూ ఉంటాయంట, సెన్సరీ ఫంక్షన్ని, న్యూరోమోటార్ ఫంక్షన్స్ని చూపిస్తూ ఉన్నాయి. Then coming to that organ and organ systems are very well developed in Animalia. Organ and organ systems, అవయవాలు, అవయవ వ్యవస్థలు అనేవి అభివృద్ధి చెందుతూ ఉంటాయి. Most of the animals have organs and organ systems, most of the group. And coming to that nutrition, పోషణ, దీంట్లో పోషణ అనేది ఏ విధంగా జరుగుతూ ఉంటుంది. న్యూట్రిషన్, holozoic nutrition, we have to see that holozoic nutrition, the food material digestion, after digestion they digested inside the stomach, that is called holozoic nutrition. And few are the parasitic nutrition. Okay, few of the members they show that parasitic nutrition. Parasitic means the organism is depend on the other organism, then it is affected by the parasite. They affected by the parasite, that is called parasitic in nature. Then coming to that another important character, the food material reserved in the form of glycogen. ఆహార పదార్థం అనేది జీర్ణమైన తర్వాత ఆ ఆహార పదార్థం గ్లైకోజన్ రూపంలో నిల్వ ఉంటాయి. దిస్ గ్లైకోజన్ is a reserved food material in kingdom Animalia. They reserved in muscle and liver. Then coming to that, mostly are the motile and movement search for the food material. Most are the motile and move search for the food material. చాలా రకాలైనటువంటి జీవులు అనేవి ఏం చేస్తూ ఉంటాయంటే చలనం చూపిస్తూ ఉంటాయి. దేనికోసం? ఆహార పదార్థాన్ని వెతకడం కోసం. ఎక్సెప్ట్ సమ్ ఆఫ్ ద ఆర్గానిజమ్స్ ఆర్ సెడెంటరీ ఫామ్. ఏవో కొన్ని ఆర్గానిజమ్స్ మాత్రం అవి ఏదైనా ఒక అదస్థ పదార్థానికి అంటి పెట్టుకుని ఉంటాయి. ఓకే, సెడెంటరీ ఫామ్. దెన్ కమింగ్ టు దట్ అనదర్ important characters, muscles and nerve cells are very well developed in Animalia kingdom. Okay, muscle cells and nerve cells are very well developed in Animalia kingdom. Reproduction. Generally, what kind of the reproduction you have finally in Animalia? Mostly in animal kingdom, you have to see that sexual method of reproduction. The reproduction is mostly sexual method in Animalia, and few of the organisms in Animalia reproduced by the asexual mode. Okay, mostly reproduced by the sexually, and a few of the numbers in Animalia kingdom to show the asexual method. చాలా వరకు జీవులు అనేవి లైంగిక ప్రత్యుత్పత్తి జరుపుకొని వాటి యొక్క సంతతిని అభివృద్ధి చేసుకుంటూ ఉంటాయి. కానీ కొన్ని సమూహాలు మాత్రం అలైంగిక ప్రత్యుత్పత్తిని చూపిస్తూ ఉంటాయి. Then kingdom Animalia have some simple sedentary forms like sponges, okay, and elaborate to the higher vertebrates and mammalia. Okay, simple vertebrates to mammalia. సింపుల్ వర్టిబ్రేట్స్ నుంచి మమ్మేలియా వరకు మనం అన్నీ కూడాను అనిమేలియా కింగ్డమ్ వరకు చెప్పుకోవచ్చు. ఓకే, దెన్ కమింగ్ టు దట్ కింగ్డమ్ అనిమేలియా డివైడ్స్ ఇంటూ 2 sub kingdoms based on their higher level of organization. Okay, based on higher level of organization, the kingdom Animalia divides into 2 subkingdoms, that is called Parazoa and Eumetazoa. Okay, these Parazoa have only one phylum. These are the very simplest metazoans. The simplest metazoans are here. Phylum Porifera, example sponges. Okay, then coming to the Eumetazoa. Eumetazoa again divides into 2 grades. Okay, Radiata and Bilateria. Radiata also called as a Diploblastica and Bilateria also called as a Triploblastica. Okay. Then Radiata have a phylum Cnidaria and Ctenophora. Cnidaria also called as a Coelenterata. Okay, they have important characters. They have a radial symmetry. వలయ సౌష్ఠవాన్ని ఈ రేడియేటా జీవులనే కలిగి ఉన్నాయి. And diploblastic body. They have a diploblastic body. Diploblastic means the body have a 2 germinal layers. The body have a 2 germinal layers called diploblastic. Okay, the body have a 3 germinal layers. What are they? Ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. బాహ్యత్వచం, మధ్యత్వచం, అంతత్వచం. Okay, the bilaterians have a 3 germinal layers. That's why they are called Triploblastica. Okay, the Radiata have only 2 germinal layers, ectoderm and endoderm. Mesoderm have not. So that's why Diploblastica. Okay, Coelenterata and Cnidaria. Coelenterata or Cnidaria and Ctenophora have only 2 germinal layers. They have a radial symmetry, diploblastic body. Then coming to that, Bilateria divides into the 2 divisions. Okay, Protostomia, Deuterostomia. Protostomia and Deuterostomia. In Protostomia, the blastophore is developed into mouth. That is called Protostomia. In Deuterostomia, the blastophore developed as a anus. Developed into anus. The blastophore developed into anus. That is called Deuterostomia. The Protostomia again divides into, okay, so okay, all 3 groups. That divides into 3 groups. That's called Acoelomata, Pseudocoelomata, Schizocoelomata. Okay, Acoelomata, Pseudocoelomata, Schizocoelomata. Deuterostomia divides into only 1 subkingdom, that is called Enterocoelomata. Okay, these 3 subkingdoms, okay, these subkingdoms are subdivisions or Acoelomata, Pseudocoelomata, Schizocoelomata. Acoelomata phylums are the Platyhelminthes. Example, flatworms. Pseudocoelomata, only one phylum is here, Nematoda or Nematihelminthes. Example, roundworm. Schizocoelomata, only have 3 phylums, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca. Okay, then what is the Acoelomata? Okay, Acoelomata means the body space is not here in the organisms. Okay, the body space is not here in the organisms, or body cavity is absent in the organism. That is called Acoelomata. Pseudocoelomata means it's have not a true coelom. Okay, the pseudocoelom is pseudocoelomata organisms have not a true coelom. That is called pseudocoelomata. So best example, nematodons. Schizocoelomata. Okay, in Schizocoelomata they have a particular body cavity between body, okay, body wall and elementary canal. For example, it is a body wall and it is a elementary canal. Okay, in these some Schizocoelomata organisms, the space between the body wall and elementary canal called coelom. Okay, that is called true coelom. We have to find the first coelom organisms in the Annelida. So what kind of the coelom it is? Schizocoelom. Annelida, Arthropoda, molluscans have a true coeloms. Okay, Nematoda have a false coelom. Okay, the coelom is absent in Platyhelminthes. Okay, then coming to the Deuterostomia. This Deuterostomia divides into only one subdivision, that is called Enterocoelomata. Okay, these Enterocoelomata is formed from the ectodermal pouches of Mesenteron. Okay, the coelom is formed from the ectodermal cells of Mesenteron. That is called enterocoelom. Okay, these Enterocoelomata contain enterocoelom phylum. What kind of the phylum have these Enterocoelomata? Echinodermata, Hemichordata and Chordata. Echinodermata, Hemichordata and Chordata. Starfish is the best example of Echinodermata. Okay, Balanoglossus is the best example of Hemichordata. Balanoglossus. Okay, we have to see that fishes to mammals. Fishes to mammals are considered as a chordata. Okay, then coming to that more explanation of Animalia, kingdom Animalia in further class. Okay, you want to more videos from me, you like my class, comment and subscribe my SK Zoology channel. Thank you all of you.